Hasbro sneaking in these House of X figures, y'all. Alright, so check it out. Got the Nimrod 3-pack here. We've got Betsy Braddock over here, Psylocke, got Fantomex, and the star of the show, we got Nimrod. We got Nimrod with his traditional face, the one that I know and love, and then we have his face from House of X. Now, I am currently reading House of X, but I have not gotten to Nimrod yet, so this is kind of a new thing for me. So anyway, you see in the box set, Psylocke has plenty of accessories. Thank goodness it's not a bunch of reused stuff, so, well, maybe that is, but the blasts look different. She's got an energy sword. Fantomex has his guns, I'll assume, yeah, has his guns and his bullet blast effects, same ones used with Black Widow. And then we've got Nimrod. All right, on the back, we got these dope portraits they've been doing lately. Love them. As I said, I'm gonna eventually frame some of these, but help me out in the comments because I'm looking at Psylocke, and when I was reading X-Men, Psylocke was not of Asian descent. And I like the look, but I'm just trying to figure out if this is not Betsy Braddock or is this a different character, because the Betsy I know, she was British, she was twins with Captain Britain, and she was white. And now I'm seeing this figure, I didn't even realize in the previews that she's Asian. So is this a different Psylocke? Because I hadn't heard about the character changing. So please, in the comments, educate me. X-Men logo on the top. Fantomex on the side. And Psylocke on the other side. And the box comes with the big X-Men logo in the background. And this might be the best one to use because the other 2 packs, the fold was higher up because it was a smaller box, so you can actually get more of the X symbol without a crease if you want to take some photos. Ooh, look at all this goodness. I saw a lot of people online complain about the price of this pack, but when you think about it, Nimrod is an oversized figure. He's a deluxe size figure. He's like a bath. So that alone right there could put him at 40 bucks. And then each of those figures by themselves would go for 20 bucks, which is 80 bucks. And that's what the pack costs. So it's right on target. So I'm not sure why people are saying it's too expensive. Now I get if it's out of your budget because you don't necessarily have to buy 3 figures at once. But if you are buying this 3-pack, it's priced perfectly. They could have knocked $5 off for getting them all together, but I mean, it's not overpriced, so they're not price gouging there. So yeah, a lot of accessories in the cage. 3-brained weapon plus graduate, telekinetic, telepathic, ninja, murderous, futuristic, sentinel, sentient robot from the future, booty shot. So Nimrod comes with these dope blast effects. It's got an alternate head. He's got 2 alternate hands for fisticuffs. Then he's got his little spinal tap with his little energy blade wing dragonfly things. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There he is. So I'm a little surprised taking him out of the package because I thought those highlights were hot pink, but they're actually a red. They're red with a hint of pink in them. Now, the jewel in his chest is pink and translucent, but all the rest of the lines and stuff are more red, and that's kind of surprising. I thought everything was like a hot pink. But he looks good, man. He looks really good. I kind of wish they had done him as a bath. That way he would have been fun to collect and put together, but I mean, I'll take him like this. Now mine has some stray paint marks. I can see on the top of the head. Let me give you a close-up look. That's no big deal, but there's some stray red here and some stray red right back here at the tip of this arrow. But that's all I see, I think. He's got a stray black mark on his arm. Now his arms, the white on the arms is kind of a bowling ball white type paint. So that is kind of sweet. It's not just plain unpainted white. All right, so checking out Uptown close-up for you. So my favorite Nimrod story, I'm gonna put it up here on the screen. I don't remember the comic number off the top of my head. I think it was X-Men 194 from the first run, volume 1. But check it out. Look, here's the cover right here. Awesome Nimrod story. I love it. As I said, I haven't gotten to his part in House of X yet, but of all the Nimrod stories from back in the days, this was my favorite one, and I think you'll enjoy reading it. And I'm pretty sure it's on the Marvel Unlimited app if you have it. All right, here's the Midtown area. Nimrod has been skipping glute day because he's flat back there. Where are my pancakes? Ooh, look at that bowling ball paint. And look at those mitts. He's ready to grab some mutant neck. Now, looking at these big white boots makes me think of Foxy Carter. If you don't watch his videos, he's a tech reviewer on YouTube, but he has a cat named White Shoes, and every time he comes in the video, he plays this song, I Love My White Shoes. So that's all I can think of right now. Anyway, so yeah, here he is. Check out his channel. He's pretty awesome. But yeah, this is classic Nimrod. He's got those big old roach crushers on, man. Look at that. Love it. All right, so what's up with that head action? I don't think this thing's gonna turn. Looking at, looking at the head swap, it looks like it's gonna sit on a ball joint, but just the way it sits in the body, I don't know, let's find out. I have to say your time. Oh no, there's no turn in there. And there's no up or down, there's no movement. So you can basically pop it on and pop it off. And I can't say it's disappointing because in the comic book, if I remember, Nimrod couldn't turn his head anyway, so it's accurate. These arms, oh, okay, you can swing all the way around. And both. Can they go up? Oh yeah, I was not expecting that. Holy moly. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna spread my wings. That's that 90s R&B, you don't know nothing about that. All right, so really pleased with that. He looked so stiff, I didn't think his arms were gonna go up. So looks like he's got a ball joint on it there. I'll peek in a second. But these shoulder pads, or shoulder protectors, do go up. And that's as far as they go. Right now I'm stretching them, but that's better than expected, so I have no complaints. Bicep swivel. Oh god, this guy's awesome. And look how the bicep fits perfectly around that shoulder ball. It's not like some of the figures, as a matter of fact, like the Logan I just reviewed, where the tricep muscle is gonna hang off with a gap. That's nice. All right, so there is the articulation for the elbow joint. It is a single joint. Sorry, it is a single joint. So you don't quite get 90 degrees, but it's pretty good for a figure of this size. You can see there, he could carry a mutant baby off to its death if he wanted to. There doesn't appear to be, no, there's no elbow swivel or forearm swivel, but you do get a good bend down on the hand. They're just straight forward and up. All right, so he is on a torso rocker with very limited range. It does twist a little bit, but you're not gonna get a 360, it's on a spring. But what do you need a 360 for in Nimrod? Can you see I'm being very forgiving with this figure because I love him so much. Now looking down at Midtown, as you can see, he's got, I don't want to say tights here, but he's got coils that go down into the legs. So that's a nice touch. So this is kind of a armor plate on the front. And you can see that he's got a gap there that goes down. So it looks like the coils for him to move. That's totally dope. And then downtown, we've got the roach crushers and double jointed knees. And man, he's stiff, but that's good. Whoa! I guess Sentinels do ballet in the future. Look at that range. He's kicking his, well, I don't want to say he's kicking his butt. He's making some flapjacks back there. All right, he's not kicking down any doors, but he can do the cha-cha. Bum, 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 bum. And he does have a thigh swivel. You get a full 360, looks like. Uh-oh, I thought I spoke too soon. Oh wait, it was getting caught up on his undergarments. Ooh, be careful with that, as you can get some damage done the way it's scraping up against there. So he gets a 360, but I'd stay away from it if I were you. All right, House of X, we love you, but let's get some old school head going on. There we go. All right, that's the Nimrod that I know and love. So if you're gonna be taking photos, if you've got them with House of X figures, because we know that line's coming up, you'll use the other head. For the old school shots, you use this head. Now this head, it seems like the white is a little bit darker than on this head, so it doesn't quite match up as cleanly with the body. If you've got the dough, get 2 Nimrods. You don't have to swap heads at all. I'm on a budget now, so I won't be doing that. Maybe I'll get them later on down the line. Maybe the price will drop, or I'll get them on eBay next year. But yeah, I'm digging this face a little bit better because that's the one I know and love. Although that silver face is tough though. All right, so I popped on his accessories. He's got his little dragonfly backpack, put on one of the blasts in his hands, and I swapped out the other hand for a fist. All right, so got him decked out. He's got his dragonfly backpack on, got his blast effect in one hand, and I swapped out the other hand for a fist. So he's dope. No complaints. Love him. He was worth the wait. I got a few blemishes, QC control issues, but nothing to write home about. One thing I will say I don't like, I don't know if you can tell in the video, that head, the original Nimrod head, the white is off, and you can see it plainly in person. I'm looking at him now, and it's just darker than the rest of the body. So that does not look good. But it doesn't seem to be showing up on camera, and it probably won't show up on pictures, but it's just one of those little things that'll get to you if you're like me and have a little bit of OCD. Fantomex comes with 2 single color pistols, bleh, and some blast effects that we've all seen with a lot of the recent figures. All right, first thing about the Fantomex figure before I even get started, you see how his feet pointed up? That's because he came out of the box with the toes pointed slightly down, and I couldn't get him to stand up. And I tried to get him to pop. I tried to straighten the feet out, and the next pop was this angle here. So I don't know if he's stiff and easy to get loose now, but look. So I popped it down, and that's the next stop at the angle I get. Not flat. So I don't know how I'm gonna get him to stand. It's kind of ridiculous. See? Intermittent popping gives them a toe pointed down or toe pointed up. They do not sit flat so you can stand. Hopefully it's just my figure. You guys check yours. This is ridiculous. All right, forgive me. I don't know how objective I can be when I review this figure, so you may want to check out somebody else's review for it. I don't know who else has a review out there. I haven't been all over YouTube yet. I think I saw that MCU Collector had a review, but I'm fucking frustrated right now. I don't even want to review the figure. I couldn't get him to stand. Then you see I have him attached to a stand, but I couldn't get it behind him because of the coat. It was too tight. And those damn leg bands that they keep putting on these X figures falling down when I'm trying to straighten his feet out. I mean, it was just, I'm frustrated. I'm a grown man. I don't have a lot of time to be playing around with this foolishness. Hasbro, if you're listening, stop putting those leg bands on. They don't do anything. They're aesthetic. Carve them into the figure. All they do is fall. I got my Havoc over there. All they're doing is falling. Got my Cyclops over there. All they do is fall. Just sculpt them into the figure. They're here like damn ankle bracelets. Just stop. All right, so anyway, could not get the feet to stand. Tried warming them up to see if I could get in between those 2 clicks. Could not. So he can't stand up. And I hope this is just mine, because I would hate for you guys to get your package and have the same problem. So if you don't know the history with the Fantomex figure, there's one from I think 2011 or 2012, I believe, that came out when Hasbro first took over, and it gets a lot of trash. Apparently it was an awful figure. I do have it, but I haven't opened it, so I can't really speak as to how bad it was. But this was supposed to be the big redeemer. And if this quality control issue goes through all of them, and it's not just mine, then Hasbro really dropped the ball, because the figure looks stunning. I mean, the paint job is great, the outfit is great, the attention to detail is great, but he can't stand up. He can't stand up. All right, so here's my annoyed review. Can't do 360. Oh, yeah, you can. His head leans forward. He was getting caught on his collar before. You can do a full 360. Does good range looking down. Good range, well, pretty good range looking up. Do we get a tilt? No, nope. That's just his head turning a little bit. No tilt. Arms get parallel with the shoulder. 360 bicep. No forearm swivel. Double jointed elbow. Gets decent range. Is there a butterfly joint in there? No butterfly joint. Single hinge joint. As far as the arm goes in. Wrist is on a straight pop-in pin. There's no hinge. Oh yeah, there is a hinge, but it goes vertically instead of horizontally. That's weird. So he can point down. I don't know, it's weird. I don't know why they do that, but that's how far he can point up and then straight ahead. I guess for a gun-wielding character, yeah, I guess that makes more sense because you wouldn't want him doing like a repulsor blast. But be careful if you're trying to do that. Make sure you look which way the hinge goes so you don't accidentally snap the pin. All right, midsection. Bends forward pretty well. Now bending back, the coat's probably gonna stop him. So I think his coat's stopping it, but he gets no bend back on that midsection joint. And you get the waist swivel looks like 360, but his holster straps are stopping him from turning, so you don't want to rip those. I would say he can kick in the door, but his foot isn't straight, so it would probably snap his ankle kicking in the door. So poor Fantomex will have to use a key. Standard double jointed knee. Don't know if he can kick his butt because his coat gets in the way. Let's see if we can get it up there. No, he can't get it. Yeah, the coat doesn't allow it to go up. His twisted club foot gets caught on it. 360 on the thigh swivel. He does have a calf swivel. Band's getting the damn way. So he gets good range pointing all the way down. And he points up pretty far. Alright, so I went and warmed his feet up for a third time. I finally got, well, okay, what I thought was flat, but that's not quite flat, but it's better than it was. So I might eventually be able to get him to stand. I don't know. I got excited, but now looking at it on camera, that's not as flat as I thought it was. Alright, so fourth time is a charm. I warmed his legs up a fourth time, actually sweating because I don't have my AC on because the AC sound ruins the audio in my review. So I'm hot using this blow dryer. Anyway, so I got him to stand. The feet still aren't totally flat, but I angled him and played with him and got him to stand up. So maybe from here on out, I can do something with him. And I've made an executive decision. These leg bands they send with all these X figures, I'm gonna go around my collection and glue them all on because I'm tired of them falling down and getting in the way. His are awful. Anytime you touch his feet, they just fall down. I know I'm doing a lot of complaining, but it's frustrating. I just talked about how this package was a good price for 80 bucks. You pay 80 bucks, you think you'd get a figure that can stand up. All right, there he is. I want to like him, but I'm so frustrated right now, I can't. He does look good. If yours can stand, then I'd say he's definitely worth it. But mine, just to get him to stand there like that, he fell over like 7 or 8 times, and I had to really, really work with him to get him up. One thing I will say, I don't understand why Hasbro sent the bullet gunshot blast, but not the smoke. The smoke would have been perfect for him, especially like, look at the pose I have him now, where he's shooting with one gun, he has one in the air, like he already shot. It would be nice to have the smoke coming out the top. I can grab one from, I know Black Widow had them, and some of the figure came with them in the past couple weeks, so I'll grab one from there, but it would have been nice if they had thrown it in. All right, so there he is, Fantomex. Oh man, hopefully Psylocke gives me an easier time. I'm an old man. Accessories. Psylocke. She's got what looks like one standard side dagger, one standard side sword or katana, one alternate fist in case she wants to punch you, and then she has her psionic face effect for when she's using her telepathic powers. Alright, so my first thought on Psylocke. Took her out of the package. Kind of flimsy. Expected her to be a little bit more solid. Her feet are kind of wonky. Nowhere near as bad as Fantomex, but she didn't want to stand at first. Paint job is suspect. I'm seeing a lot of blemishes. I'm not seeing clean lines. Her upper half of her outfit, there's really no separation there. It just looks like it was spray painted on. And her arms are skinny. Yeah, not pleased at all. All right, face sculpt. So I don't know what this is based on. As far as what's on the box, it's pretty close. I'm assuming this is from a comic book, but like I said, I don't remember her being of Asian descent, so I can't say if this is accurate or not, but it looks pretty decent. I like the hair. It's black and purple. It's not a wash, it's just a purple overlay. But like I said, QC control. The top, there's no separation in the sculpting for her top. It's just painted on, but the line has like spray splash at the end, so it's not even clean. She has a big paint splotch on the back of her right shoulder. I just think that, I know it's mass produced, but there's got to be some kind of quality checks there. If you look here right by the side of her breast and armpit, it's just real sloppy on the paint. Now the arms look skinny and lanky. I know in the comic book she's very toned and she does have some biceps there, but she looks kind of anorexic here. I'm not digging that whole look. All right, Midtown, the paint looks a little bit cleaner. You can see it has cutouts to show her flesh, and you can see the flesh has like little black stripes in it, so there's paint showing up from behind it. Very sloppy. And at least she has hands that can hold things. She doesn't have those wide open Mary Jane hands that we get 1,000 of. And there they are, look at those wonky feet. So I'm not showing the video, but just since I've said that head sculpt and started with her head, she's fallen down 7 times, and I've adjusted her feet each time. And you see she moved just there. But look how her feet are angling in and not sitting flat. I can't get them flat yet. It's gonna take a lot of heating up. So again, wonky feet in this package. Luckily, Nimrod has the roach stompers. Ooh, 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 ooh. So let's put me out of my misery. She's got long, solid stiff hair, so I don't think you'll be able to get a 360 out of there. Oh yeah, you can. It clears her arms pretty easily. So that's stand corrected. Do we get a tilt? A little bit. Other way. Straight ahead look. Looking down. Looking up. And now I'm looking at her face. She actually kind of looks like my sister-in-law. I'm gonna have to call her and tell her. All right, flimsy arms do get up pretty high. Ooh, look, more paint blemish. Actually, no, that's just shadow. Okay, I'm wrong. This looked like paint blemishes on the monitor, but it's actually just indentations that light was reflecting poorly off of. Right in here, the black at her elbow joint, you can see the flesh color is bleeding through. We've got single joint on the elbow, 360. Very loose. But you do get that 90-degree angle. And look, there's stray black paint on her bicep, which should be totally flesh colored. Elbow joints on both arms are very loose, but I don't think it will give a problem posing because it has intermittent pop. So it'll catch itself if it starts to fall. So that's good. The wrist. There's your bend down on the hinge joint. There's straight out. Pulsar blast. All right, so midsection, she is on a rocker. I can't wait till they give some of these females a true abdominal joint. I mean, I don't understand why females can't bend forward, but males can. That's stupid. But she has no mobility there. I don't even want to call it a rocker joint. It's there, but it doesn't move. So maybe it's not a rocker joint. It looks like, yeah, it moves a little bit. You can get, oof, yeah, you can get the 360 on it. That was tough. But she doesn't go forward on it or back. She goes back a little bit forward, like a millimeter, but no rock. And then there's no waist articulation. She can kick in a door, waving for 4 or waving the Psykatana. Good bend over range. She can twerk.
Now is my time to shine. Let's go. When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt it out, you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest up.
360 on the thigh. Very loose. Other one's loose too. No calf articulation. Got double jointed knee. What does she do there? She kicks herself in the butt. Man, her legs are really loose, but she can prance. And more straight paint. I do like her shine and gloss though. Now Psylocke can control people's minds, do ninja things, and create psi weapons. But can she moonwalk though? Yes, she can. Alright, despite her feet being wonky, she gets good range. It's just when you try and get her to stand up is when you have a problem. But I'll take the blow dryer to her after the review. I didn't feel like doing it now because I'm really hot right now after blow drying Fantomex so many times. And no, I didn't say blowing Fantomex, I said blow drying. Perverts. Alright, so what's my take on Psylocke? I like her, but have a lot of gripes with her. What do I like? Face sculpt is nice. Hair color purple is nice. The accessories, nice. Good flexibility on the legs. What don't I like? Quality control. Paint job is awful. Her arms are flimsy. Her joints are a little bit too loose, and her feet don't sit flat. And I get it. I can just blow dry it, but I just think that with these figures, you shouldn't have to do a whole lot of tooling with them just to get them to stand up. You know, it's a little bit wonky. So, am I satisfied with her? Yeah. Could she have been better? Yeah, she could have been a lot better. I really think the paint job is inexcusable. Now, it could just be mine. Let me know in the comments how your paint job looks, because looking at this and how sloppy it is, I can't see it being much better from figure to figure. But let me know. Alright, so there we go, folks. Nimrod 3-pack. Full disclosure, Psylocke and Fantomex are leaning against the diorama because their feet are trash and they don't want to stand. Psylocke, I probably could have got her to stand if I played with it a little bit more, but Fantomex just did not want to stand up, and I didn't feel like messing with those feet again. So, I mean, $80, Nimrod, is it worth it? Like I said, I don't know if the QC issues are just my pack. I know a lot of people were looking forward to Fantomex because they have the old one and they need to upgrade badly, but for me, this is not it. It just doesn't work. Psylocke is passable. Like I said, I gotta blow dry her feet and see if I can get her to do a little bit better, but right now her feet are really wonky. So I'm really disappointed in this 3-pack. I was very excited about it, looking forward to it, but I can't say run out and buy it unless you really, really want Nimrod. Again, sound off in the comments if you have it. Let me know if you have the same issues with the feet. But if it's not just me, and as bad as they are, I don't think it's just me. It doesn't seem like a one-off. It just seems like the basic construction of the feet on these figures are pretty bad. But again, I could be wrong. So yeah, let me know in the comments and sound off, because if it is just mine, I will exchange them. I know that right now there's 5 to 6 weeks shipping with Amazon, so it's going to be hell, but I prefer to do that than get stuck with lemon figures. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications, keep coming back for more geek goodness. Till next time, geek out.